Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and today we are back with another flea market haul video. I recently went to a few flea markets, and within about a 2-week span I acquired a few pretty cool items, and I really wanted to show them to you guys just because it's always fun to see what sort of deals you can find when you're out looking for them. The very first thing that I actually found was this, which is an Extreme Chompin' T-Rex, one of the Mattel, let me go ahead and readjust that leg, one of the Mattel Extreme Chompin' Tyrannosaurs. I think this was the Legacy version, probably, yes, because it doesn't have the battle damage on it that we had seen on the version from Walmart. This was, of course, out for Fallen Kingdom, and is probably one of the most fun Tyrannosaurs I think Mattel had released. Like, I was really happy about this one, and was always such a huge fan of this figure when it was out originally, mostly because I really loved the neck articulation, which was the one thing. Wow, what's going on with the eye? I never noticed that when I first picked it up. The eye is so unbelievably sloppy on the part of Mattel. That might be the worst painted eye I've ever seen from Mattel. But this figure was sitting there and it was like $5. So I'm like, okay, well, for an original T-Rex, I can't say no to one for $5. It's just not going to happen. And for the most part, it's in pretty decent shape, though. There are definitely some issues with it. I can obviously see the eye right now, but there's like a little chunk of something that happened over here on the head, and I thought I saw something, yeah, back here on the tail. There's like a little bit of damage to it, but nothing too terrible. And again, for $5 for a figure that was originally like $20, again, it's a pretty good deal. So we'll go ahead and push that guy back there as I almost fall out of my chair. And I also acquired some very interesting skeleton dinosaurs. I don't know exactly who makes them, but if I were a betting man, I would say probably like, well, he's not going to stand. Probably Zuru Toys possibly is responsible for these guys, especially this one. Like, those huge eyes really gives me the Zuru Toys vibe, so I feel like that's probably where that one came from. The T-Rex I'm not as positive on, but I would think it's probably one of those as well. I absolutely could be wrong, though, but they were pretty fun, and they were only like $1 each, and they do have some kind of articulation, like you can move the legs and stuff, and the obviously you could see the jaw. Guess no, the arms don't move, it doesn't seem like, but they were pretty fun. Again, for $1. The sauropod does actually have a little neck articulation here as well. It's got tail articulation, leg articulation, so this one's actually fairly decently articulated. He just has a super goofy, oh my goodness, half of him just fell off, super goofy look. There we go. A super goofy look to him, but he's still, again, pretty fun, especially considering it is a sauropod. I also found this. Now, this clearly is not a dinosaur, but it is a Steve Irwin bobblehead, and I loved Steve Irwin. Well, I still love him, even if he's gone, but I think he's probably one of the greatest human beings to ever exist on this planet. I was always such a huge fan of him when I was younger. Still to this day am a huge fan of the Irwin family and everything that they do. And again, I thought that this thing was absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, there are some paint scuffs on it, but I got it really cheap. I think it was like $5 or something, so I'll definitely have to try cleaning it up. I don't know for sure if it can work or not, but either way, I was really happy with that purchase. Then I also found this Triceratops. Now, I don't know for sure who makes this one. I'm not 100% positive, but it was like $3 at a yard sale recently, right next to my house. So technically, I guess this one wouldn't be a flea market find, but I did find it right next to my house. Like right up the street, somebody had a yard sale out, and this guy was like $3. So I definitely wanted to grab it. It actually has leg articulation and stuff, which is pretty fun for the figure. Definitely not the best Triceratops that I've ever seen, but it's one that I definitely don't believe that I have. Not that I can recall, anyway. And then I also got this for $1, as we've got an Earl Sinclair figure, and you push the button and his head moves, and his lunch can, well, his arm holding his lunch can moves as well. I'd imagine this was probably a McDonald's Happy Meal toy when this had come out, and again, for $1, there's no way I was going to say no to that, even though he's just goofy. And speaking of Happy Meal toys that I got for $1, I also got this, which is a Land Before Time Happy Meal toy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is a Kids Club toy. It was from Burger King, and you can see we've got a little foot in there. It's still, again, contained in the original packaging and everything, so I'll probably leave it in there. Pretty sure I already have that figure somewhere out of the packaging, so I don't think I really need to take it out. On top of that, I also got these. As you can see, we've got some Dinosaurs Attack cards still in the original packaging, and that is really cool. There was actually a seller at this one flea market that had the entire box still of these guys, and he wanted $2 a pack as far as the cards go, and obviously it still has all the cards, the sticker, and the bubble gum, which I can feel right there, still contained within. And I do already have the full series of the cards, but I didn't have any of them actually still in the original packaging, so when I had seen these, I thought, well, just for the fun of collecting them, I would grab them, because I love the Dinosaurs Attack cards and everything, so why not go ahead and grab some still, oh, they did not stay up there, still in the original packaging. I also found this, which is a very cheap Dinosaur set, but an interesting one nonetheless. The set is extremely, extremely dusty. It was in like this, almost like a little shed that somebody was selling toys in, and I happened to stumble upon this one and thought, whoa, that's pretty cool. I've never seen it, even though the dinos are super, super cheap looking, and you can very clearly see that. We've got like a Spino in here that's kind of goofy, a weird looking T-Rex, and as well as smaller dinosaurs down here. It looks like a baby T-Rex maybe, and then a raptor back there. By no means are they anything even close to scientifically accurate, but it's a set that I personally had never seen, and even some of these actual dinosaur figures themselves I've never seen, even these cheap versions, so it was fun enough that I decided to grab it. Not really much of anything else going on with the set, but it's, again, still pretty cool, and something that is a nice, fun addition to my collection. And the final thing I have, and you can hear it already clanking over here, it's something so strange and so heavy. We have a very vintage, like cast iron Triceratops Bank. And when I had seen this, I was like, wow, is that cool? I picked it up and realized how incredibly heavy it was. You could see just how like rugged looking it is when it comes to the construction of it. I have no idea when this was made. There's no markings on it, no date, and a lot of the stuff back then didn't really have that kind of stuff. And I don't know if it was just made by some random person. I did try to Google it to get some information on it, but I could not find anything. Obviously, you can see it does actually have an articulated jaw, and the jaw is articulated using screws, which also shows you how old this is. But it was so unbelievably cool that when I had seen it, I knew I wanted it instantly. And they wanted like $10 for it, which, you know, normally when I go out yard sailing or flea market searching, things like that for dinosaurs, I wouldn't want to pay that much for something. But when it comes to this, it was just so cool and so unique. I absolutely had to do it and grab this and add it to my collection. So definitely something that I thought was really, really neat, and definitely a very cool addition to my collection. So that's pretty much what I was able to find at the flea markets recently. Nothing super impressive, but some pretty cool stuff nonetheless. So in the comments section, let me know what you guys think of all of this, and of course, if you found anything cool at your local flea markets or yard sales, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.